So this piece is called Sawubona, which in Zulu means I see you. And literally, it's the way that people greet each other in Zulu. It's recognizing the human in the other. In South Africa, the good morning that we say to other is about community spirit. So, and that is also this notion of the good morning Sawubona resides very well in the Ubuntu philosophy, which governs a lot of all the practice in the African continent. Actually, the Ubuntu philosophy is it goes like Umuntu Muntu Gabantu, which means that I am who I am because of who you are. There has been this kind of phenomenon where all the street traders started to put TV screen on their stalls, and they'd play movie like Jurassic Park, all these kind of very and like Anaconda, very and kung fu movies, so to attract people. So people come, stop, watch, and then move. So the idea of if you want returning the gaze was to put a camera on the TV and to make the TV becomes a mirror, so that when people walk past, they'd see themselves in the TV.
So when people approach the window where the video is being projected, the interactivity, what it does is that the person in the video looks back at the spectator. So in this way, what he wanted, this exchange of looks, was amazed, and also through this exchange of looks, we could speak about something that we are both interested in, which is the commodification of human beings. And since we were going to do it specifically in the red light district, that was a very relevant issue, and it was very pertinent.
Well, you are here in a polder. It is the Nieuwkoopse polder. And this has been dried out 200 years ago. So now we have a festivity here. It's called Polder 200, Polder 200 jaar. We are just here to start the reconstruction of this building. This is about 150 years old. It's a kind of icon here in the polder, one can say. It's an old mansion, and it has been empty for 20 years. Before that, it has been 50 years used as a house for people with the syndrome of Down.
We have been working about a year ago about this idea for time frame. So yeah, I think that is only the first step that we initiated in Amsterdam, and we're going further to the other countries. So the project will be implemented until 2012. I have been extensively working in Africa in workshops in Mozambique and in Angola, South Africa, and so I know quite a bit of people there, artists and institutions there. So I went to South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg and Durban, and then I follow up to Mozambique, to Maputo, and then further up to Nairobi. So everybody is quite enthusiastic about that idea. We wanted to participate in this scope of time frame. So it was quite a very interesting journey there, because everybody understood the idea and are very interested to connect with us. I was always fascinated by the fact that there is an overwhelming link, historical and cultural link, between Africa and Latin America, especially Brazil, of course, but all this Caribbean area and the northern South America has somehow influences by African. Even in Peru, there are references of African slavery in Lima. So, I mean, so this is a kind of thing that these continents have never been attached together in a contemporary art. So I thought that would be quite a good idea to use the Netherlands as a platform to stimulate that kind of intercultural debate and exchange.
I think the difference between the Western and Latin American art is a bit that they are much more into politics. There's much more reflection about the society, and I think we have much more aesthetics. And if we have critic, then it's mostly a bit cynic. And there you feel really the engagement and really the wish to make things better and to contribute by art to reflect the society and to have a look from, okay, where are the problems and also I think the social difference in these countries is and the financial difference between high and low class is much more influenced and then we think here about it.
I think it was in January. I got a call from Miguel telling me that they were going to have a workshop. They invited me to the workshop, and I said, "Oh, all right. I would love to go to the Netherlands and learn something new." And then a few weeks later, they let me know, "Okay, so we have the workshop, and you're going to teach the workshop." So I was like, so I'm gonna teach the workshop then. Yeah, you're gonna teach the workshop. We're gonna have artists from all around Africa and Latin America and Holland. And so I came and I taught some of the techniques that we use to do big projections and to do shows like this. And I also learned a lot from the other artists. I think we have a very good level of knowledge and skills and concepts in the crew. In all the artists, they're not students, right? Some of them are actually university teachers, others are recognized experienced artists or VJs. So for me, I think it was a great honor really to be here and interact with these people, teach, and also learn so much.
The workshop for me is going pretty well. It's really interesting to see how all the people are have all different approaches, and it's cool also to see how it works here because I hadn't seen it live.
I really enjoyed sharing the things I know of mapping projections and to show people who never saw it before how it works, and it was really great. But I like the input I get back from the people all over the world, and really inspiring how a different kind of way of looking at video. So it's really inspiring for me, this whole workshop. So.
It's a lovely happening. People like the people who live here in the village, they like it very much.
Now rotate it.
I think it was quite a hectic period. I mean, 2 weeks really full with a lot of learning, a lot of trial and failure. But that was part of it. It was very interesting, and also one thing which is at the level of human being. This was very interesting in terms of socialization. I hardly found a group like this one with people who hardly knew each other just a few weeks before, and they came together, and it was a wonderful experience to just have these people around and talk with them, eat with them, discuss with them, play with them, joke with them, just like people we've known forever. And this is actually a family. It's born here in Amsterdam during this workshop.
I've been traveling a lot, and luckily enough, for example, also already to South America and to Africa also. So I know a bit about the different cultures, and I find it very interesting to meet the different cultures, to have the dialogues with the different cultures. At the same time, I think the workshop is very complicated, but at the same time easy. I mean, it's an easy format to say everybody's going to work with the facades of the buildings, but on the other hand, there could be a lot of other forms possible with presenting things in the city, presenting things in communities or in public environments. Yeah. So, but I think it's very good to have all this exchange going on. At the same time, I hope that's also a bit my personal interest that the theme can expand in different directions, and that it's not only about projections on buildings, but it's really about doing things in public space, doing things in environments and communities.
Artists from Lima doesn't have the option to make this kind of training, so they have a lot of ideas. Also, they can improvise some resources. I feel very happy to stay here and share some, not only my work, also my the different experience about our cities here in Amsterdam, and with this institution that is so organized, is proactive, and have a vision that not only create a product, create a process, share ideas, share perceptions.
Already out of this first workshop, there's so much stuff to do already. It's really interesting. Like, I got a direct link into a very obscure Peruvian music scene, which also hosts, of course, a lot of experimental arts and film, which is for us as a venue very interesting. I think my short and brief meeting with Dung from Durban, South Africa, was somehow intense, but very interesting.
Yeah, I love seeing our work on the like massive canvas. Yeah, that was special. The people we've met, everyone that we've met on this has been an inspiration, like an absolute inspiration. And everybody that we've met who are planning on keeping in touch and are talking about different projects in the future. So it's been
where?
In the breeding. Yeah, it's a breeding ground. We can't say anything yet.
I heard something about Cameroon.
Oh, Cameroon, Sao Paulo, Durban.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly?
And we were talking about a little festival, maybe just philosophizing about different things we can do. Like, I think it's a group with really a nice vibe in it, where everyone, did all they can and all their best and put their effort in it, and it was really a nice vibe of people.
It's quite interesting because we are here live performing, doing live projections, and my work is about performance, about the body in architecture in space. And for me, the space or the architecture is not meaningful without a personal touch or a person. So personification of space is very important to my work, and I do various things, videos, performances. My work, I guess, fitted in the concept of MediaCity, because I'm also thinking in terms of I come from another place, I live in another space. So it's about space, how you fit in.
I mean, you never know if you bring people which have no connection normally together or don't know each other.
Yeah.
And you can have that there's a kind of concurrence, there's a kind of shame, whatever, you know. But this, I felt really everybody is open for the other one, is helping, and everybody was really focused on let's go for the 14 days and to make the best out of it.
Yeah, that's also the feeling I had. Like there was a good energy. I've been in workshops before, and there are so many, I mean, you know artists, there are so many egos. Like this one. But I mean,
we need those people because
I mean, he's our technician, but without him we wouldn't be anywhere, because he's an artist at his heart. And
He's an
like
artist.
I've learned a lot about things from him, from Derek.
And it's really working quite well, because it's like and it's nice to see it in a big field, big scale. So this technique, which is like, in fact, it's like open shutter photography, but in real time.
This actually is an addiction. I met Pips Lab and they showed me how I could play with lights, and it's like it doesn't end, you know. You can do 1,000 illustrations, and it doesn't involve paper. It's like legal graffiti, let's say. As you can see, we can play around and have fun. Everybody can do it. People get together. It's a creative jam session, and well, it's really nice.
We had a very good time together, and we share a lot together. I think it was amazing.
I think all the artists involved in this workshop are extremely happy to have had the chance to learn not only many new software, but also to have the chance to play with all these projectors, these actually projections in such a large facade. They're really happy also about the possibility of bringing their work really out the walls of the museums, to really go and, you know, open up a new world basically, and make the city extremely much more interesting, I think, also in terms of audience. I can see in the minds of everyone's like new ideas coming up every day, new dreams, and I know already that new projects are coming in Sao Paulo, in South Africa, in Lima, in Cameroon. So what can I say? This is just the start of something really, really, really incredible.